So if you open databases, go to any database. Let me choose one sales database. How many files is in it? So let me check file list. Go to files, only 2 file. So go to tables. Do we have any tables in it? Okay, we have customer table in it. So is there any data in it? Yes, we have some data. Fine. So now what I am doing is a new employee joined in our company. So employee name is Giri. Okay. So Giri came to you and asked you, he want to connect with SQL Server and he want to check customer table. Okay. What he asked you? What was he asking?
Sorry, Riji.
Okay. So Giri joined recently with our company. He want to check customer table.
Okay.
So what is he asking?
The access to this table, no customer table.
Customer table. So is he asking you to control server level any securables?
No, nothing. You just want the
Is
access to
he
this specific table.
is he asking to control entire database?
No.
Okay. Is he asking you at least he need to see schema level something?
I think just details that table
Just customer
checking for
table,
checking purposes.
right? Just customer table. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let me create few more tables here. You will get some idea what I am talking about.
Okay.
Okay. So create 3 tables with 3 rows. Is equal.
I had
Let
one
it come.
doubt, Hari, in this.
Okay.
So when you just mention as TSQL, no? SQL.
Yes.
So what is
Transaction
the
SQL.
difference?
Transaction
Okay.
SQL. T-SQL means whatever we are doing, right? So command wise, we are operating SQL server, right? So for example, select star from customers. This is T-SQL. So this is a simple statement. Okay. So we can write multiple programs with T-SQL commands. So we can use joins, we can use loops, we can use cursors. There is a lot to do. So T-SQL means everything is in SQL programming, it will give you.
Okay. So how would it be different if you would create 3 tables, 3 columns, 3 rows with just SQL? Will there be any difference in the?
Uh, so in Microsoft SQL, we consider it as a transaction SQL. So if you don't give T-SQL,
Sure.
maybe it can give you for MySQL also, PostgreSQL also. There are a
Okay.
lot more SQLs in the industry. So we
Yeah.
are specifically mentioning T-SQL,
Good.
okay, for Microsoft.
Good. Sure.
So
Sure.
these are
Thanks.
3 tables. I'm executing this. Okay, fine. Refresh this. Go to tables. So how many tables are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So Giri asking was, he wants to see not customer table, orders table. He only wants to check orders. So what can we do? First thing what we need to do, let me know. Giri recently joined with our company. Okay. So we need to, Giri wants to enter into SQL Server. Click on connect. SQL Server name is 34-34-5. So does he have any Windows authentication, Giri, as of now?
No.
No. Okay. So does he have any SQL authentication?
No, you don't.
No, he don't have anything.
Yeah.
So if you want to map him as a Windows authentication, so he should have Windows login in my computer. Okay, so that is difficult. Okay, I can create Windows authentication also, but that is not our job. That is Windows admin job. Okay, now let me create a SQL login for Kiri. How to create a login? So I can use command create login. Login name is Kiri. Okay, with password equal to any password. I'm giving 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you remember this statement? So
Yes.
now I created a login. So can I, with this login, can I enter into this database instance? Let me try.
No. Yep.
Why?
For user means you have to create some.
Okay, let me try to enter into SQL Server. So click on connect. Yes, I connected to SQL Server without user. There is no issue with that.
Okay.
To connecting instance, there is no need of user. But to connect to database, okay, sales database, I need user. So login is not sufficient to connect to database. So you can connect to SQL Server, but you cannot enter into database. If you want to enter into database, you need user support.
User.
So user where we should create. So user always should be in database. Okay, let me create a user. Who is creating user now?
It's your hurry. Your.
How can you tell that? What is the way
In-
to identify which user is using this session?
In downside in the right.
Yes, from
mention.
here you can see which user is doing this using this session. Okay, so I'm creating user. Before creating, we should be in the database. Use sales, create user. Username is also Giri. For login, which login? Giri.
Okay.
Execute this. Okay, now he can enter into database. Go to here. So he can open, refresh. He can enter into database, but he cannot see any tables list because he doesn't have any permissions, right?
Right.
So to check the table, what are the permissions we need to do? He wants to read the table. He wants to select, you want to execute the select statement. That's it, right? So
Right.
for example, if I want to see the orders table, I will execute select star from orders. Okay, so he needs to execute select statement.
Right.
Is it clear? So to execute select statement, we need to grant him select statement. Okay, let me grant him select statement permission. Go to security, go to logins, go to Giri. Okay, so go to securables. This is instance level. Okay, I should go to database. This is instance level permission. So I'll go to sales database. Here in sales, under sales database, go to security. Under security, go to users, go to Giri. Okay, go to securables. Which securable you want to select? I'll select database, right? If I select database and if I provide select permission on database, it can read all tables inside the database. He can select, he can read customer table also, customers table also, orders also, products also. But I don't want him to see all these tables. I want to see him only orders table. In this scenario, instead of providing permission for database level, okay, click on search securables, all objects. So instead of going entire database, okay, come here, choose tables, whatever the table you want. It may be either table or schema or anything. For example, views, users, so any securable. Right now I'm choosing tables, click on OK. So I have multiple tables, right? Let me choose orders. So under orders, go to select statement, click select. Okay. So you can click on script out. You can script it out or you can click on OK. So I am scripting it out. So if I click OK, select command, select permission will be given. So what is the command for this? Grant select to Giri, grant select on. Okay, first of all, we are giving select to Giri. So not required, this one. This is for entire database. So grant select on orders. What is the syntax? Grant is the permission giver. Grant which permission you are giving? Select on which object I am giving on orders table. To whom? To user Giri. This is the syntax. So if I execute this, now let me go to Giri. So I connected here as a Giri, right? Open this. So go to sales database, fine. Refresh this. So how many tables I have under sales database?
4 tables.
4 tables, but Giri can see only
Only one.
orders table.
Yeah, right.
Because we have provided
Given
him
permission.
permissions on only orders table.
Orders.
So he can see inside what is going on in orders table, but he cannot see at least what are the other tables existing in this database. Okay. If I want to give him only for just a minute, which tables are there? Products table. So in the same way, I'll go to database. Under database, go to user, security users, double click on Giri, go to securable, search for securables, all objects, click on OK. Instead of database, you choose tables. Okay, click on OK. So click on product table, provide permission for products table as a select command. So I can click on OK. So now go to Giri user. So he's Giri, right? So open database, refresh tables. You can see products table also. You cannot see other tables because you don't have permission. So this is about object level permissions. Okay. So we can provide object level permission. So one thing I need to communicate here is, so Giri is a login. Giri is a dummy user at instance level. Instance level, he cannot do anything. So let me try this. Instance level, I am going to restart this. Can I restart this? Let me try.
No.
So it is attempting to start. Okay, so restart happened because something, maybe we have given some other permissions. Go to, not here, go to, okay, I am doing with Hari username. Okay, let me disconnect all these things. I'll connect only as a Giri. Okay, password is 1234. Click on OK. So go to security, go to logins, open this Giri login. Which permissions I have? I have only public permission, fine. So I'll create a database. Let me create a database. New database, test one, click on OK. I can't create anything, instance level. Okay, so there is no permissions for Giri login. Instance level, he's a dummy user, fine. Database level. Database level also, let me check it. Go to users, go to databases, go to sales. Okay, other database I cannot enter, first thing. So I have permission on the sales database. Okay. Under this database, go to security, go to users, go to Giri. So membership, do I have any membership? No, no permissions. So database level, I cannot do anything. Is also a dummy user. Okay. Schema level also, he doesn't have any permissions. But okay, table level, if you grant him all permissions, object level. So right now we have granted only select. Instead of select, if you have granted all permissions, he is the ultimate user up to that table. So let me provide all permissions to that table, orders table. So he can behave like sysadmin of this table. Table level is ultimate user. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. So now let me go to main topic, that is linked server. Okay, fine. So what is the use of linked server and what is the linked server? So I'll connect with my account, Windows authentication, click on connect. Okay, go to database. So right now I'll choose DB, DB. Okay, is there any tables? Yes, we have multiple tables. So right now under which database I am?
Gaurav database.
Gaurav database. Select star from regions. Fine. So I am getting some data here. Now let me go to sales database. So how can I go to sales database? I can change here to sales. So under sales database, I have which tables? I have customers, products, everything, right? Select star from customers. Okay. So now I am sitting in sales database. I want to check regions table, which is in GauravDB. I am under which database now?
Sales.
Sales database. I want to query which database?
Gaurav.
Gaurav database. So I already mentioned this. If you don't mention anything before table, it will by default take DBO as the schema. Okay. So if you don't mention anything, so whatever database is showing here, it will take that one. If you mention database, for example, I mentioned GauravDB. So it will do queries within that database. So what is the syntax? Whenever you do select statement, first you need to provide database name, then schema name, then table name. This is the syntax. Let me execute this. What happened? Just a minute.
Object name.
Maybe spelling mistake. Invalid object name. Why is it?
This file is there or not at DBA?
Okay, customer. Okay, I want to check regions, not customer. Now, see, I am under sales database. Under sales database, I don't have any region table. Okay, from sales database, I am querying regions table, which is in another database. So we can do cross database queries within instance. But what if, so I am sitting under another instance, 2016, go to here. I don't have any databases. Okay, fine. Create a new database, testDB. So right now I am under which database? Which instance? Which instance I am sitting? I am sitting in 2016. Okay, fine. So I want to check which instance? Batch 35, B34. So let me, however, so whenever we want to do cross database queries, we are including database name as a prefix, right? In the same scenario, let me try to include server name as a prefix. Okay, select star from. So I am doing cross server database queries. Select star from. So what is the server here? Select attach server name. This command will be utilized to get server name. Copy this. Go to here. Server name dot database name. What is the database? GauravDB. Otherwise, okay. Then schema name dot then regions. This is the table. So if I do this, okay, it will not allow. Let me provide braces. So cross instance queries, cross server queries, you cannot do. So cross database queries you can perform, but cross instance queries you cannot. So you are sitting in another instance. Right now I am under 2016. I want to control 2022 instance. So in this scenario, if you want to do cross queries among entire instances, multiple instances, other servers, so you need to create linked server from one instance to other instance. If you can create linked server, so you can query all these tables. That is the purpose of linked servers. Linked server is not only for SQL Server. So with the help of linked server, you can integrate with Oracle database. Okay, PostgreSQL, MySQL, SQL Anywhere. So other database platform also you can utilize in linked servers. That is the beauty of linked servers. So linked servers basically So you can use MySQL, Oracle, Azure, SQL Server, other type of applications also you can create linked server. That is the beauty. Okay. So why we use linked server? For querying across all database, remote instances, for joining tables. So one table is in 2022 instance, another table is in 2016 instance. So these two tables, if you want to join, you need to create linked server. If you want to import any data, if you want to execute any command on another instance, if you want to access any other environment, we use linked servers. Okay. How to create a linked server? Right now, I am sitting in 2016. Okay, from here, I want to control this database I want to query. Go to server objects. We discussed databases security. Now go to server objects. So under server objects, you can find linked servers. Right click on this, click on new linked server. Okay, so here you need to provide linked server name. So we can provide instance name as a linked server name. What is the instance name? So this is the instance name. Fine. So we are connecting from here to where? So we are connecting to SQL Server only, right? Not other data source.
Yes.
Okay, so I choose SQL Server. Fine. Go to securities. This is first option. Go to second option, security. So under security, so where are you right now? In which instance and which database you are at?
2016.
2016. So which target server you are trying to access? What is the target server for you?
34.
34. So if anybody wants to connect to SQL Server, they should have a login in that server, right?
Yes.
See, either Giri or Hari or Gaurav, anybody wants to connect to SQL Server, we should have our own login. Otherwise, we cannot log in. Okay. So in the same way, linked server also should have a login to connect to that instance in that instance. So for that, we need to create a login before creating linked server. So let me create a login, go to security, go to logins, new login. So I'll create SQL Server login. Login name is link helper. So for ease of remembering, I am giving this name, link helper. Password is 1234, 1234. So I'll go to server roles. I'll give utmost priority. So I'm connecting from other instance, right? That is fine. Now go to here. So choose this remote login. Okay. So what is the remote login? Link helper. Password is 1234. Fine. Now go to third option. Just choose RPC in, true, RPC out, true. What is RPC? I'll discuss shortly. Click on OK. What happened here? Linked server has been created but failed. Connection test. Okay, something is missing. The password of the account must be changed. Okay, so whenever I was creating a login, maybe I have not checked that. Let me change my password for linked server, link helper. So where is link helper? Here it is. Let me change the password. So I clicked on enforce password policy, 1234, 1234. Now I unchecked this, click on OK. What's going on? Why it is not accepting? Okay. So I'll change password. Okay, fine, let it be. I'll create another login because we already choose an enforced password policy. That is why it is not accepting. So link one is my username. Password is 1234 again. I am not enforcing any password policy. Click on OK. Now go here. So go to security. Instead of link helper, use link one. Click on OK. Now linked server created here. So refresh this instance. Go to server objects. Go to linked servers. So the instance is showing here under 2016. So you can open this instance, you can open catalog means database here. So only system database came. Okay, somewhere we have done a small mistake. That is why it is not showing any database under it. Just a minute. Sorry. So let me try this in reverse order. We can create linked server from any server to any server. So right now I'll change my preferences. My preference is I'll be sitting in batch 34 instance. I'll try to connect to 2016 instance. Let me clearly note it down all the things here. Select that server name. What is the server name? Copy this. So this is my target server. Okay, my destination. This is destination server. This is starting server. So I am sitting under B34. So B34 server name is this one. So right now I'll be in 34. I'll try to contact 2016. So I should have login here. Login link is the login name. Let me create a login link here. In 2016, go to security, go to logins, right click new login. SQL Server authentication, login link. Password is 1234, 1234. So the mistake in the previous one was we didn't assign any permissions. Okay, I need to give sysadmin, click on OK. Do we have login? Yes, login, LIN, not link, login LIN. Now go to here, go to server objects, go to linked servers, right click on linked server, new linked server. So linked server name is, so I'll give server name as a linked server name, SQL server, go to security, choose link login. What is the
Login LIN.
login LIN? Okay, password is 1234. Now click on OK. Again, what is the issue?
Security, we have
Linked server has been created but failed a connection test. Somewhere we are missing here. Okay, previous one, let me try. So previous one issue was we have not provided any permissions to login. Previous one was link, login link, right? Refresh this.
in link one.
Link one, open this. So server roles, assign sysadmin, click on OK. So now refresh, go to here, refresh, go to server objects, linked servers, refresh this one more time, open catalog. See, from 2016, okay. So I can query any database, open Coro database, open tables. So any table, for example, region table. So from here directly you cannot execute. To execute this, you need to write this query. Let it take here. Okay, I'm executing this. So right now I am under which server?
2016.
But I can query batch 34 instance. So Gaurav DB. So if you want to connect to other instance table, you need to create linked server. So it should work on both ways. Let me troubleshoot. I'll try one more time. If it doesn't work, we leave it because just know the concept. So somewhere we might have small mistake, but that is not necessary. You should know the concept. That's it. Okay, let me try one more time. Security. Do we have any? Yes, we have a database logins. So I'll create one more login here. That is Hari link SQL authentication 1234. 1, 2, 3, 4. Click on this, go to server roles, click sysadmin. Okay, so hurry link is created. Refresh it once. Now go to 34, server objects, linked server, right click new linked server. Do we have any previous linked servers here? No, right? No. Okay, we don't have any. These are just drivers. Right click on this, new linked server, SQL server. What is the instance name? Instance name is this one. And go to security. Okay, username is Hari link, right? Password is 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it so? Hari link. Click on OK. I got this. So go to here, go to properties, go to security. So we made it as a Windows authentication mode, but we are providing SQL authentication mode. That is why it is not accepting. So let me click SQL authentication, click on OK. I need to restart now. I told you now, somewhere we might have done small mistake that preventing us to create linked server. So troubleshooting will take time. So that is unnecessary for now. So if we know the concept, that is sufficient. Now it will work. So in the same way, instead of SQL Server, we can connect to other type of data sources also. Okay, so now let me start again. Linked servers, new linked server. 2016, SQL Server, security. Okay, Hari link is the ID. Password is 1, 2, 3. Go to server options. So choose RPC in and out true. Click on OK. Now go to here 34 batch 34, refresh it. So go to server objects, go to linked servers. See, linked server for 2016 created from here. Catalogs. So we have only one database. Open this. There are no tables in this database. That is why. So the database is showing. From here, you can query 2016 also. So this is how we create SQL Server linked servers between two SQL servers. So here we can see another scenario also. For example, we already have one SQL Server here. Okay, so this is asked by Giri. Now Gaurav came to me. I am an admin. So I am an admin manager, DBA manager. So he asked me, he wants to see the other data in. For example, he wants to see which database need permission test. Okay. Otherwise, he wants to see sales database. Do we have any tables? Yes. So Gaurav wants to see sales database under 34. We are in 2016. So in this scenario, we already used SQL Server instance name. So we can create multiple linked servers. Create linked server. So linked server name is Gaurav link to sales. So instead of SQL Server, I'll choose other data source. So other data source, under other data source, we need to choose the driver. So right now I am choosing, we can choose OLEDB for SQL Server also, native client 11 also, SQL Server native client. Okay. What was the previous one I have chosen? Let me check it. So I was choosing OLEDB only. So, okay, fine. So I'll choose OLEDB only here. Let me try that. Do we have any? Okay, fine. Fine. Let try with this also. Product name. So what is the product name? We can choose different product name. So product name is SQL Server. Data source. Data source instance name you need to give. Instance name is this one. Provider string not required. Catalog, if you want, you can give sales. I'm not giving anything. So if you want, you can use the same login. Otherwise, you can create another login also. So what is the login available in this server? Server 34. Go to security, logins. So which is the login available here? Link one, right? We used. Is it link one?
One we used. Yeah.
Okay, link one. Fine. So I'm choosing link one. Password is 1234. Go to server options. RPC, make it true. RPC out, make it true. Click on OK. So another linked server created. Okay, we had some issue here. Linked server has been created, failed. Okay. What was the other? Named pipes provider can't open. So linked server will be utilized by a protocol called named pipes. So I'll discuss about this later, but how to enable named pipes. So whatever I am showing you, this is first time I am opening. This is called SQL Server Configuration Manager. Here go to protocols, network configuration, protocols for 2016. Named pipes is disabled. Let me enable it. Let me enable it. So in the same scenario, I'll choose 34 also. I'll enable these protocols we will discuss later. Go to services. So 16, restart it. So the right way to restart SQL Server instance is go to configuration. How to go to configuration? You can click on Windows button and type SQL Server Configuration Manager. You can see this. If you want shortcut, you can click Run command, SQL Server Manager version number.msc. Okay, right click here, click on restart. This is the correct way. From SSMS, you should not restart any instance. Done. Once it completes, I'll try this. Click on OK. So every error, every problem in the SQL Server, if you understand the error, you can troubleshoot. So we are getting an error. This is because of, again, so a protocol issue. So we will discuss this about later, but this is the way. You just remember the way. So some other day we will do the troubleshooting. Let me try OLEDB also. So login might be not correct. Okay, server's password might be not correct. So something might be there. So troubleshooting is waste of time here. Okay, let it be. I'll troubleshoot it later. I'll copy this error message. I'll troubleshoot it later. I'll let you know what was happening here. Done. So click on this. So you can create multiple linked servers. Just remember, there is a way to create multiple SQL servers and multiple linked servers and linked server with other database platforms also. Not only SQL Server. So you can go to Oracle database also. You should have a database driver here. You can connect with MS Office also, Excel also, PowerPoint also, Word also, anything. Okay. So that is the power of the linked server. Now let's come to, okay. So what is RPC in and RPC out, right? RPC means, so the exact abbreviation for RPC is remote protocol connection, I think. So let me try this. RPC full form, linked server. Remote procedure call, sorry. So remote procedure call, For example, so there are two computers. Okay, so you are in this computer. If you enable RPC in, so your computer can be controlled from here. So from here, commands will come here. This is RPC in. If you enable RPC out, okay, remote procedure call, from this computer, you can control this computer. That is RPC in and RPC out about. Any doubts here?
No.
Okay. Now let's come to orphan user concept. So what is the meaning of orphan? What is the meaning of orphan? Any guess?
The one who don't have parents.
One who do not have parents. That is absolutely correct. In the same way, we have in SQL Server, we have orphan users. So who is parent here? Login is the parent. Who is child here? User is the child. So these two relation, login and user relation, are like parent and child. So an user without a login is called as orphan user. So this is parent, this is child. Okay, so let me show you this scenario. Now I'll create a login in batch 34 in 2016 otherwise. Okay, so go to security, go to logins. Who are the logins here? Nobody is login here. So from our batch, create a new login. Login name is, okay, go to SQL Server Authentication. Gaurav is the login. Password is 1234. Password is 1234. Click on OK. So in the same way, I'll create a user also. Under database, we have only one
Force policy
database.
you did not do, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, let me create another login. So that was the hectic thing. Okay, I'll create Giri. Password is 1234. So if you click on enforce password policy, you need to provide a secure password. Ideally, we should provide secure password. For demo purpose, I am giving only 1234. That's it. Click on OK. So Giri have user login here and go to test database, go to security, go to users. So I don't have user here. I'll create new user. That is, so username is Giri, login name Giri. Click on OK. Done. So Giri user is there. So let me create a few tables in this database. So we have some previous commands. Under test DB, I have 3 tables. Fine. So now I want to see test table. Who want to see? Giri wants to see. So let me connect with Giri login. SQL login, right? Login name is Giri. Password is 1234. Trust server certificate, connect. So go to databases, go to test DB, go to tables. He cannot see tables because, why? Because he doesn't have permissions. Let me create. So I'll provide some permissions to Giri. Username, right? Not here, here. Username. So I'll grant him securables. Otherwise, I'll provide membership as a DB reader. Done. Click on OK. Okay. Who is Giri? Here he is. So refresh this. Now Giri is able to see tables, right? Can Giri
Yes.
see tables? Okay, fine. Now what I will do is, I'll delete Giri login. It might be by mistake or it might be wantedly. So I am deleting login Giri. Delete this, click on OK. Okay, because he has some permission, he has user, right? That is why it is not accepting. I'll do like this. So Go to users, go to database, go to security, roles, database roles, otherwise go to users, Giri user. So owned schemas, nothing is there. Memberships, I'll remove these memberships. Securables, nothing is there. Click on OK. Now let me try this. The issue was could not drop login Giri because he is currently logging. Okay, sorry. That was the issue. Okay, let me give him permissions back. The issue, I didn't see the exact error. So owned schemas, memberships, DB reader, click on OK. The issue is he is currently logged in. That is why I am unable to delete this login. Right now, drop from this instance, open this. Okay, now go to login, delete Giri. I can easily delete this login. Till, okay, so he's login still. Where is he? Let me check. Oh, login. Giri. We have three entrances, 56, 59, 60. That's it. Let me kill them. 56, 59. 60. We'll discuss about this later. Now go to here, delete this login. Yes, I deleted it, right? Okay, fine. So login is deleted, but still we have user under the database. Do we have user or not? Are you, am I making sense? Are you following me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
We have Giri login. Okay, we have Giri user.
Yes, sir.
So now I deleted this login. Still we have user, right?
Yes.
So still we have user, so we can access this database. Okay, let me connect to SQL Server. Click on connect, SQL authentication. What is the username?
Giri.
We don't have login name, right? How can
Yeah.
I enter into SQL Server? Even though I have user under my database, I cannot enter into SQL Server to see
Yep.
database, right?
Yes,
So
login is not there.
so if you don't have login, even though you have user, that is of no use. Did you get my point now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, without the help of
Login.
user, a login cannot enter into database. In the same way, without the help of login, forget about database. Even a user cannot connect to SQL Server. Did you get the difference? If you have login and don't have user, you cannot connect to database. If you don't have login, forget about database. Even you can't connect to SQL Server also. Is it clear?
Yes. Not so.
Okay. So this concept is called orphan users. How to check orphan users? Okay, let me create few orphan users. So I created one orphan user now because I deleted Giri, right? So let me create login. Login name is Hari. Okay, with password is 1, 2, 3, 4. In the same way, I'll create Gaurav 1. Use master for both of these. Okay. So use database, which database we want to see, test DB. Then create user Hari for login Hari. Create user Gaurav 1 for login. Which login? Gaurav. Let me execute both statements. Done. Done. Use, not user. Gaurav 1 is invalid. Why is it? Yeah, it is already exist. It is already exist. So what is the issue here? Syntax. Not a valid login. Why is it so?
The login name that it is different, GUA, and here you are giving.
Okay, that is the issue. Correct. That is why I prefer student names. So if you are the person, you can identify your name, right? Otherwise, we can't notice these things.
Mhm.
Okay, now it will work.
No.
Still
In the login or in the that use master in the third here, GUA.
done. Okay, so we have 2 users and 2 logins. Refresh this. Done. Hari. Okay, Gaurav 1
Mhm.
and where is this Giri? Giri also we have, right? We recently deleted that.
Mhm.
So now I delete these 2 logins. Delete them. Click on OK. No problem will come because we have not connected it. Gaurav. So now just assume you don't know anything here. So you have not created any logins. You have not deleted any logins. Now I want to check Orphan users list. Who is Orphan user? An user who does not have login is called as Orphan user. So we have a command here to find out Orphan users. Command is this one. So sp underscore store procedure. This is inbuilt store procedure. Change underscore users underscore login. We are finding users login. Okay. So I need report. That's it. Execute this. EX EC. So if I execute this, it will give me all the Orphan users list. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So now we have users and we don't have logins. So how to fix this scenario? Think about it. Problem. What is the problem here? What is the problem? Problem is we don't have
Mhm.
logins for some users. What is the solution? What might be the solution?
For those users, we have to create login, but
Yes, absolutely. For those users, you need to create logins. That's it. It will fix everything. Okay. So you can create login that will fix everything. There won't be any Orphan users in the system. So let me create a login for Giri first. Create login. So whenever you create login, you should be in which database? Master database. Okay, very good. So create login. Login name is Giri, right? And
for
with
user.
password
Okay.
equal to 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mhm.
Let me execute this. Okay, we created Giri login.
Mhm.
Now if I execute this, Giri should not be shown under orphan users list, correct?
But we have to attach an user with this login. No, we haven't done.
Yes, actually the thing is not attaching. This Giri is separate, this Giri is separate, login,
Okay.
this login is separate, that user is separate. Because see, in our batch, there might be another Gaurav also. Both persons are not same. Having
Right.
same name, that doesn't mean the both persons are same, right?
Right.
So name is same, but this name, this person Aadhaar card is different, and
Correct.
that person Aadhaar card is different. Here Aadhaar card we consider as a SID.
Okay.
Okay, security identifier, user security identifier. So ID should be same for login and user. How can we check that? Let me show you. Select star from sys dot, okay, logins. So here you can see username. Who is the username? Okay, I'll take, instead of this asterisk, I'll take name and SID. So this is the username and this is the SID. So I'll filter furthermore. So where name is Giri. Why should I see all the information? I'll filter this information. So this is about a name as login name. Now you can understand this. So this is login, this is SID. Now let me check what username. Select name, not required here. So name, okay, name, comma SID from this dot users. So I'll further filter out where name is Giri. So we have a login and we have a user, but both IDs are not same. Is it same?
No.
So in this scenario, what we can do is we can follow 3 types of fixing methods. Okay. So these methods are, I have shown here. Method 1 is, instead of creating a login without mentioning anything, just mention user security ID so that problem will be solved automatically. Let me explain you one more time. So this is Orphan user list, right? So this is Gaurav one, right? What is the Gaurav one SID? Copy this SID. If I create a login with the same SID, my problem will be solved. So let me go to here. Okay, create a login, create login. Login name is Gaurav one. There is no spelling mistake in it, right?
Yes.
With password equal to 1234 and mention SID equal to this one. So now check this Orphan users report.
It's not there.
Can you see Gaurav one here?
No.
No. So because whatever the Orphan user SID, right? Same SID we have utilized to create the log. This is the best way to fixing Orphan users.
Okay.
But knowingly or unknowingly, we already created another login. So now I don't want to delete the existing login, whatever I have created. So in this scenario, we have a login, we have a user. Okay, names are same, but IDs are different. In this scenario, we can use other method. That method is called as update one. So we can use update one also. We can use another method that is called autofix. So let me use autofix here. Okay. So what is the autofix method? Okay. So command is same. Whatever you are using for this one, right? Checking Orphan users list. In the same way, you need to provide different parameters. Parameters is, first parameter is autofix. Second parameter is login name. Comma. Execute this. Okay. What was the issue? The speed change users login autofix. So name is Giri. I should be in master database. Done. So what is the output here? The number of Orphan users fixed by updating users was 0. The number of Orphan users fixed by adding a new logins is 0. So it is not creating a new login. It is not creating a new user. Just mixed both Giris. Now if you see the report, what happens? So there are no Orphan users. Okay, I should be in test DB. So Giri is still there. Oh my God. So let me check it. Yeah, sorry. So I should be in the same database. Login is already existed. One Orphan user fixed. Okay, so let me check the report now. So I cannot see any Giri login here because so we have login, we have user with the same name. IDs are different. We are using autofix method here. So this is the autofix method. Okay, this is creating SID with the same login method. Whatever you are comfortable, you can use anyway based on your choice. So create login with user SID. Is it clear? Any doubts here?
No,
But
not.
generally, standard, what is the one which it will be used?
Everything is same. If you feel comfortable with this command, you can use this command. If you feel comfortable with this command, you can use this one. That is your choice. I'll tell you one more scenario. So other scenario is I have user right Hari. Okay, this user I want to I have another login. For example, I have this Gaurav. Okay, why to confuse? Let me take this one. So I have a login and I have a user. I can unite this both one. That is called as update one method. So in the update one method, we can use, okay, so two types of logins and users, we can combine both of them. Let me show you this method. So this is another method. When both username and password logins are different, for example, here username is this one, or okay, login is this one. And Orphan user is Hari. So I'm using update one method. Let me execute this. Execute. Absent or invalid. Maybe this is Windows authentication and this is SQL authentication. It might be not possible. Okay, I'll do like this. I'll create a new login with a different name. Create login. Login name is Hari Kumar with password equal to 1234. Done, right? Now I'll use here Hari Kumar instead of Hari. Try this. So both should be either Windows authentication or SQL authentication. You cannot update with the Windows authentication login with SQL authentication user. Okay, so now check the report. So Hari also fixed. See, there are no Orphan users in list. So right now, what are the ways we have discussed as of now so far? One is autofix method. So autofix, if you have already login, you had login and user both are with the same name but different SIDs. You use autofix. Okay. If you doesn't have any login, so simply you can create a login with user SID. That is this method. Third method is update one. This method is used when login and usernames are names and their SIDs are different. Is it clear?
Yes.
So we have one more method. Let me delete a login from here. This is the last method. I'll delete Giri login. Click on OK. Okay. Check the orphan users list. Done. We have an orphan user, right? So the last method is, so update one only. Just a minute. Autofix, I think. Yes, autofix method. So instead of providing, okay, username, creating username separately, we can use autofix method like this. SP underscore change underscore users underscore login, autofix. So what is the login we want to create? Giri. So for this login, automatically username will be created. Automatically this password will be taken. Okay, execute this statement. Done. Fixing orphan user is 1. Now go to check the list. Orphan user fixed. Any
So
doubts?
it will take the same name, is it?
Same name as a login. It will create
Okay.
a new login with the same username, same user password, same user ID.
Okay.
But password we need to provide. So in the place of null, it will take login, same login name. Any doubts? Autofix method. When you don't have a login. Okay. So directly can create a login with user SID without mentioning any SID. మీకు SID చూడడం రాలేదు. ఓకే, SID తో క్రియేట్ చేయడం మీకు ఇష్టం లేదు. You can mention this one. Directly, automatically, it will take whatever user SID. The same SID will be taken by login. So these are the methods to fix orphan users. Compulsory interview question. What is orphan user? How can you fix orphan users? How can you see orphan users list? So you need to execute SP underscore change underscore users login report. If you execute this statement, if there are any orphan users, you can see that right now we don't have any orphan users. So if you find orphan users, you can use any one of these methods to fix orphan users. Any doubts?
No, it's clear.
Okay. So let me stop recording here.